The holidays, whether you like them or not, typically involves getting gifts for the most important people in your life. Here are 26 underrated gift ideas that you should consider this holiday season. We're going to start with 10 gifts ranging from $0 to $50 and then work our way up from there. Number 1, a houseplant. What better way to start this list than with something that will bring a bit more life to your friend, family members, or partner's life and environment? Personally, I love plants that are easy to take care of. I have my snake plant right behind me right here, and I just repotted it. It's growing so well. Plants that are really easy to take care of are snake plants, succulents, and ZZ plants. I think plants as a gift is such a subtle gesture to say that you care about someone's mental well-being as well as their physical environment. 2, vintage posters as art decor. And the posters that I'm talking about in particular are the vintage travel posters. You can find them on Etsy, and a lot of times they look absolutely beautiful. They're great if you have a friend, a family member, or a partner who has a particular destination that they're fond of, that they've been to, or that they want to go to. And I think these look really, really great. Shoe trees are something that I've recommended in the past, and if you're a footwear lover like myself, or you know someone who's a footwear lover, this is a fantastic gift. It's great for leather shoes, it's great for sneakers. Shoe trees are a subtle way to maintain the quality and the aesthetics and the shape of your footwear for longer than it would be without a shoe tree. You can get a ton of variations on Amazon, and I will link some of my favorite down below. In fact, as a reminder, everything will be linked down below that I mentioned in this video. The next category I'm just calling books, because books are such great gifts to give. Whether it's a traditional book, a magazine, a manga, a reference book, an art book, you can go so many different ways when it comes to gifting books. One fashion book that's been on my wish list for a while that I hope to either gift to someone else or gift to myself is this book called Amatora. Other book-like ideas include things such as journals. Some of my favorite come from the brands of Papier, Muji, and Moleskine. Sudoku books are great, mangas are great, I mentioned them before, and so are things like calendars and planners. Is it even the holidays without the smell of the holidays? And what I mean by that is gifting someone a candle is a fantastic way to bring the holidays to life for a friend, a family member, or a partner. There are tons of options, but one of the things I want to recommend right off the bat is that you go for non-toxic, paraben-free, just very clean candles, because candles can be known to spew out toxic chemicals when you burn them. So make sure you get the non-toxic types, and make sure to get something that you think your friends or your family will enjoy and will smell good in their living environments. Most people these days, if they have a smartphone, it means that their smartphone is capable of wireless charging. And it is so convenient being able to just drop your phone down on the wireless charging stand, or listen to a podcast, or do music, or do whatever you want to do with your day. Wireless charging stands are awesome, and I live by mine. The one I use is by Anchor, and it works with all basically wireless charging smartphones, and I'll link it down below. A wellness gift that I'm sure a family member, friend, or partner will absolutely love is a water bottle. My personal favorite water bottles are vacuum insulated, meaning that they keep cool liquids cool and warm liquids warm. It's just such a nice thing to have when you're out and about. You have your cold liquid, you have your cold water, maybe you have some warm coffee or some warm tea on a colder day. I love vacuum insulated water bottles. Another great tech gift is something like AirTags. These things have saved my ASS so many times over the last 6 months I've used them. From being able to find my wallet when I misplace it, to also being able to track my bag while I'm traveling. AirTags, or if you don't have an iPhone, Tile, is something that's so amazing to have, especially if you lose your items often. This next gift, I'm convinced if you don't have a version of this for your friends, family, or partner, then you are missing out. I am talking about question games like We're Not Really Strangers. If you want to get to know the people in your life better, pick up games like this that make you ask questions that are difficult, that are fun, that are inviting, that tell stories, and I guarantee you'll learn more about the people in your life. You'll have enriching conversations. Lauren and I have been going through it. We're dating, but 100% see myself doing this with friends or other people as well, and it's great to be able to have an excuse to ask people some of those more heart-wrenching questions. And like I said, it's not just for couples, it's for everyone. Another fantastic gift idea are subscription services. These are great because every time the person uses the subscription service, they'll think about you and they'll be reminded of your kindness and generosity. Some of my personal favorite subscription services include YouTube Premium, which I feel like is mightily slept on, Audible, which is great for audiobooks. That's where I'm getting Amatora on. Spotify Premium, that is one that I just switched over from Apple Music to Spotify because the people in my life have Spotify. All these, and there's plenty more that you can choose from, will be great gifts. And if you know a YouTuber or know someone who makes YouTube videos, YouTube Premium, if you make YouTube videos or if you're someone who just loves YouTube, I'm telling you, I would drop Netflix and do YouTube Premium. Last, for the $0 to $50 range, I think a really fun gift for a friend or for a family member would be a curated snack basket. These are great because we're all humans, we all gotta eat, and for the most part, all the people I know love a good snack. So go to your local store, grocery store, and curate a couple of snacks that you enjoy, try some new ones, throw in some ones that are a bit crazy, and just have fun with it. And I guarantee the person receiving the gift will definitely appreciate it. All right, this next section highlights gifts ranging from $50 to $200. Let's dive in. Starting it off, if you're looking for a new interesting item of footwear, I highly recommend the Onitsuka Tiger Mexico 66s. They have a great narrow silhouette, they're comfortable, they're stylish, and they have a ton of heritage to them. Plus, they come in at the relatively slim price of $100 USD. I love my pair. I just have the yellow joints, the Kill Bill, Bruce Lee joints, but you can go with essentially any colorway, and I think that these will look really fantastic. Staying on topic with footwear, I know I titled this video underrated gift items for the holidays, but the Birkenstock Boston, in my opinion, has been my most worn item of footwear for the year. Every day I wake up and I slip into my Birks and I get to work. I make these videos. I'm wearing my Birks right now in this video. Love my Birks. And while these are a bit more elevated for a slip-on shoe, they are closed toe. And if you're curious about learning more about Birkenstock sizing and where to get them, I made an entire video detailing all the information and more. This would be an awesome gift for a partner, a friend, or even a family member. The next gift item is for someone who's a bit more of a creative individual, but I still think is relatively underrated and is really fun to use. And it is either a new old film camera or a vintage handy cam. It's so easy to snap 100 photos in 10 seconds on your iPhone, but when you give someone the ability to slow down and take pictures that are meaningful with a film camera or with a handy cam, it just brings a little bit more life to the photos. There's a granular detail that's a part of these photos that you don't get with the iPhone or with the Samsungs or with whatever smartphone you're using right now. The film camera that I have is the Yashica Autofocus Motor 2, and I got it because it does have autofocus details, and manual focus and autofocus is a whole different thing when it comes to cameras. If you're beginning, I would start with autofocus cameras. And then for the handy cam that I have the Sony HDR CX405. This came out, I believe, in the mid 2010s, potentially. I can't remember the exact time frame. You can find these for both under $150 if you do some good searching. Due to the pandemic, a lot of us work from home now. And one of the things that I think is key for my work from home setup is my monitor. And if you work from home, or if you know someone who works from home and they don't have a monitor, they're just using their laptop as their main screen, they are missing out, or you are missing out. Getting a monitor upgraded this channel and my editing skills tenfold, and it's allowed me to complete work that's so much more enjoyable over long periods of time rather than looking and squinting at a little screen. I'll leave the Viotech monitor that I use down in the description, but this is a great gift. If your friends or loved ones aren't into candles, then essential oil diffusers is a good alternative to your candle counterparts. Diffusers are another mood lifting, mood shifting kind of item in an environment, and you can get some that are colorful, you can get some that are more art deco. Whatever you get, make sure to get a slew of essential oils for the person as well. Whether they are more holiday scents or more traditional scents, essential oil diffusers are great gifts. Another vibe lifter decor gift would be something like a salt lamp. My girlfriend Lauren absolutely loves her salt lamp, and she is someone who lives and dies by this. Salt lamps just keep things calm and allow equanimity to be present within a particular living space. Not all gifts have to be physical. In fact, some of the best gifts that I've ever received and or given are gifts that are experiences. I'm talking about concert tickets, sporting events, dinner dates. These kind of things are sometimes even more impactful than the physical gifts. I can definitely say some of the best memories of my life come from experience gifts or experiential moments with friends and family and loved ones rather than just physical items. So take something like this into consideration. Now, a very practical gift is something like an electrical toothbrush. This is something I know Lauren is going to get me, maybe more so for partners and family than friends, but electrical toothbrushes can go a long way to say, hey, I care about your teeth, I care about your hygiene, let's get it taken care of. Health is definitely wealth, my friends. Health is definitely wealth. A great decor gift for a home office, a dorm room, or a studio space is a table lamp. Table lamps can often vary in size, details, and price. If you want to go the Etsy route, you can go that route. If you want to go secondhand, you can go that route. It might take a little bit more time. Or if you want to go the more corporate route, there's IKEA, Amazon, things of that nature. Consider table lamps as a gift idea for this holiday season. I know I mentioned experiential gifts not too long ago, but I wanted to specify one experiential gift that I personally love that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, and it is pottery lessons. This is something that's a fantastic gift because you get to be creative, you get to have fun, you get to take home what you make, and at the end of the day, it's something that you'll be able to use in your living spaces, in your homes after you're done with creating the pottery that you've made. Pottery is dope, man. You guys should look into that 100%. All right, now we're getting into the heavy hitting items for the video. We're talking about gift items that cost $200 and more. If you've gotten value out of this video or if you've enjoyed it up until this point, make sure to give us a like. Over-the-ear headphones. These have been particularly popular on social media in the fashion spaces that I've been a part of, and for good reason. Over-the-ear headphones are great for a multitude of reasons. If you get noise canceling ones, that means you can block out distractions if you're working on a creative project or homework or work in general. They're great for on the go, being able to listen to your favorite music or podcasts. And I know you guys love music because I saw all the Spotify Wrapped 100,000 minutes of listening. I know you need some over-the-ear headphones if you don't have some already, or your friends might need over-the-ear headphones if they don't have some already. Some of the most fun that I've had over the last 2 years from the beginning of the pandemic to now has to be playing video games with friends and family on the Nintendo Switch. So yes, I'm recommending a gift idea for someone who doesn't have a Nintendo Switch already that you should consider getting them one of the best gaming consoles that I've ever experienced. The Switch is definitely an expensive investment, but you can buy them secondhand or used and probably get the same amount of value that I've gotten out of the Switches that I've bought. Even if your friends, family, or partner aren't big on video games, I guarantee you they can find enjoyment in the games and the selection of games that Nintendo has created for this console. Now, if your friends or family already have a Nintendo Switch, an awesome gift for them that I think that is so cool is getting them custom Joycons. These are so much fun and bring such individuality to the person's Nintendo Switch that you're giving them to. I got these ones off of Etsy, and you can find plenty of these on Etsy. You can actually custom make your own on Etsy. Now, it might take a little bit more time, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you have someone who loves Nintendo Switch in your life. Keeping things childlike, I absolutely love the idea of gifting adult Legos to different people in your life. I recently started building and playing with Legos again as a way to get off of my phone and to just have some peace and quiet, listen to some music maybe, and just do something active with my hands. I have these ones back here. And honestly, sometimes I just fly this thing around and pretend I'm a kid. Literally, it has little gun shooters too. Okay, I just lost that forever, but and the thing about adult Legos is that they actually can get a bit more pricey than what you remember if you had Legos as a kid. They can range from $50 to $200 to $800 to $1,000. So pick your Legos wisely. To round off this list, I think I'm gonna include small rugs as something that you should consider as a gift for your friends or your family. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I have this beautiful Pineco rug that I recently picked up and I absolutely adore it. It reminds me of my childhood as I loved Pokemon as a kid, but it's also from a design aspect really visually appealing and is some of my favorite eye candy in this room. This was made by a small independent creator called Rugs at RUHGS on Instagram, and I will make sure to link them down below. There are so many fantastic gift ideas that I definitely missed out on in this video. If you have any unique ideas for the community, share them down in the comment section. And before I sign off, I want to remind you that during this holiday times, there's a ton, and I mean a ton, of small businesses also creating really fantastic products, and I want to highlight some of my favorite before we conclude. So these are mostly fashion brands or things that I'm interested in personally. We have Ore NYC, Collegium, Boy Blondie, Story MFG, In Theory Her, Sunday School, 316, Libero, Maybe Tomorrow, I'll Call You Tomorrow, Basket Case Gallery, and definitely one of my favorite, Somar. Also, drop some small brands that you're a fan of. As always, I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity in 2022. So that means I'm spreading peace, love, and positivity to you wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Abianto, peace. Yo, what is good, post vid? Here's a fist bump for the one time bop. Here's another one for the one time bop. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of the video. I appreciate you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gift idea. And yes, PVV, I will be making all the videos that I asked in the poll most recently. There's one more thing I want to mention to you guys in the PVV. If you're a Coloradan or if you're in the Denver area, I want to invite you to this art exhibition that is going to be taking place from December 6th to January 6th. I should have the invite on the screen, and it is run by 73 Art Agency, a fantastic art agency. Actually, Lauren is participating in selling some of her books and some of her artwork in this exhibition. So if you have the time in between December 6th and January 6th to stop by, check out some art, support a small business, support local creatives, support local artists, I highly recommend it. You have Pamela Compton and J.R. Anderson that are going to be the highlighted artists of the exhibition, but come check it out. It's a great venue space. The address and details are on the screen, and I'd really appreciate it. All right, y'all, hopefully you enjoyed the video. More to come this week. See you next time. Peace.